give you guys a couple seconds to jump on here, and I just wanted to say happy Friday and congratulations. If you are doing the right 31 days challenge, you know that today is a pretty special day because it is the 30th out of 31 days. So we are almost done. Woohoo! Alright, so I know that a lot of you might be wondering what comes next with the Right 31 Days Challenge because we've done so much together for the last 6 weeks. A lot of us started hanging out in September in the Facebook group, and then we started writing. We've been interacting on Facebook and in email, and it's going to feel weird, right? Whenever November 1st hits and you're like, oh, where did this community go? So I wanted to give you guys 3 things that I would suggest doing starting November 1st so that you don't lose all of this awesome work that you've just done. So, and I have a few bonus things. It's more like 6 things, but there's 3 main ones. So, yeah, feel free, let me know in the comments how your experience was. Are you sad it's over? Are you relieved? Are you ready for a break? Are you just excited that you did it? Even if you only wrote 3 of your 31 posts, you still did it. You still wrote and you tried. So this is not a challenge that is about perfection, right? So go ahead and just, before I even get into the 3 things, if your challenge did not go the way that you expected, it's okay. Just cut yourself a little slack and it's all right. So, okay, I see that some of you are sad, relieved, proud, glad you did it, and ready to talk about a new topic. Yes. Sometimes we have the best intentions for our topics at the beginning of the month, and then halfway through you're like, what was I thinking? I can't write about that forever. So, alright, so the number 1 thing that I want to encourage you to do starting November 1st is rest. You've done a lot of work. You have spent every day writing, creating content, sharing your content, thinking of new content, encouraging other writers, being on social media more than any single person should probably ever be on social media. You've been reading words, you've been writing words, you've been thinking of words. Give yourself a little mental break. Just take a rest. November 1st does not have to have a post. November 2nd does not have to have a post. It's okay. Your readers will be fine. They will probably miss you because they've gotten really used to hearing from you every day, but just take a break. Let everything that you've done, everything that you've learned, let it all just sink in, and then give yourself some space to do other things. Live a little life. I mentioned at the beginning of the challenge that the best writing comes from a life that's well lived. So take November and invest in people in your real life. Get back into being there for your family and walk away from the computer every once in a while and make a point to stay in touch with some of those other writers that you connected with during the challenge and build your relationships in your community in the month of November because you've just poured out a lot in October and you want to be able to refill so you're creative and you can do more, right? So the number 1 thing to do in November, rest. The second one is to consider turning your series into an ebook. And I will follow up specifically with the Right 31 Days group via email about this later in November. But one of the really special things about focusing on a specific topic for 31 days is that you have a lot of words about one topic, which means that you have an opportunity to give them that content in an ebook format. And you can do that a couple ways. You can think about, do I want to offer this to subscribers as a gift that they get whenever they sign up to receive emails from me? Or do you want to self-publish and put it on Amazon as a Kindle ebook from your Right 31 Days content? Because I want to plunge all of your posts on social media because it felt really overwhelming. Then maybe November is a great month to, as you're thinking about this ebook, to also reshare some of those posts that you've written in the month of October that maybe didn't get seen because the internet was really busy this month. So maybe pull a couple of those favorite posts and share them in November so they get in front of your audience again in case they missed it the first time. And that also gives you a great way to see if that's content that your audience really loves that you want to put in the ebook. So I promise I will follow up if you're signed up to receive emails from the right31days.com site, you'll get that information from me, but it'll be later in November because remember step 1 was rest. I'm doing it too. I don't know that I can mentally put that together for you by November 2nd, so I'll get it to you as soon as I can. The third thing that I think all of you should do, because you've built these beautiful relationships and connections through the Right 31 Days Challenge, either on the Facebook group or on social media, I would encourage all of you, because that Facebook group isn't going to really stick around. I mean, it will physically still be there, you can still be in it, but we're not going to post content. It's going to be a secret group. We're not going to add anybody to it. We're not going to really be posting frequently in there. I would suggest that you look at the women and the few brave guys that were in there and think about the ones that you really connected with, that you related with, that you interacted with daily, and think about starting a mastermind group with them. A smaller group off of the Right 31 Days Challenge group that you can have maybe 10 or 15 other writers in that are either at the same stage of writing or blogging as you. Maybe it's 10 of you who are brand new at blogging and you just want to be in a group of other bloggers who can get that stage of writing, and that's awesome. Or maybe you are bloggers who are maybe more experienced, or you write about a certain topic, or you have plans to maybe collaborate with some of these other writers that you met. Ask them if they would be interested in being in a mastermind group with you. There's not really ever a leader in a mastermind group. It's just another accountability group for writers where you can connect, you can talk about blogging, you can ask those technical questions, you can encourage one another. Basically a smaller version of what you experienced in our Facebook group. And on that smaller scale, it's a lot easier to get your questions answered, and it's a lot easier to work together, to collaborate on some ideas. With the holidays coming up, maybe you want to get into a group with 10 or 15 bloggers who you know would love to do some kind of an Instagram loop giveaway with you, or something like that. So what platform do I suggest for a mastermind group? That's a great question, and that is completely up to your group. It depends how you want to connect with one another. I'm in one that's a Facebook group, and there's also another group I know of who meets on Voxer, so they just connect with one another through Voxer messages. You can do it through email. It's really whatever platform is easiest for all of you to connect really well in. Google Plus works too, except Google Plus is kind of going away, so I wouldn't suggest starting anything there. But it is an option if that's your thing. But make it somewhere that you can have private conversations, right? So email or Voxer or a private Facebook group where it can just be the 10 or 12 or how many of you it is that can chat and encourage one another, brainstorm if you have ideas for another series, or you're stuck on a piece of your ebook, or you don't know how to set up an RSS feed. This is a perfect way to connect with other writers who know those things, and you can all share your knowledge back and forth. So, step number 1, rest. Step number 2, consider turning your series into an ebook. And number 3, consider connecting with the writers in the Facebook group in a smaller mastermind group. Okay, so a couple bonus things that I just want to share with you quickly. And the Facebook group that we have right now, starting Monday, I'm going to make it secret. We're not going to add anybody else. We're really not going to be posting in there. So it's an awesome place. You can stay in there if you think you're going to, I'm not kicking anybody out. So you're going to stay. Feel free to hang out in there until next year's challenge. You never know what might end up being shared in there between now and then. Just know it's going to be quieter. There is going to be a recap link up on my blog, so on crystalstine.me on Saturday, so tomorrow, October 31st. It's our last day, and it's a great day. If you're not sure actually what to post for the last day, post a recap post, your lessons learned from the challenge, what you loved about it, what you struggled with, why you think you'd do it again next year, whatever it is that you learned this last month from being part of the challenge, I'd love to read it. So I will have a recap post, and at the end of it there's going to be a link up. I would love all of you to join me and link up with your recap post. That will stay open until November 14th. So if you have something else planned to write about, tomorrow and it's already scheduled, don't feel like you have to write 2 posts or redo your posts. You'll have time to write that recap post if you need more time to process. I also want to make sure to share with you that my book, Creative Basics, which is on Amazon, I have dropped the price for you guys to 99 cents for the ebook. Actually, I think on Kindle you can borrow it for free. And then there's also a paperback version of it. So I wanted to just let you know about that because we focus so heavily on writing, and you've really built that muscle this month. And if you want to take it to another level and start working more on social media graphics and blog post graphics, it's a 30-day step-by-step that takes you through finding photos, talks about fonts to use and how to use them a little bit, and then really focuses on PicMonkey and Canva because I'm all about a free service online. So, and everything that I share on there is primarily free. I tell you when you might get charged for something, just so you know. So you can grab that on Amazon, 99 cents. It'll be that price for about a week, and then it'll go back up. It's normally just $2.99, so it's not even that expensive. But there's a paperback version you can get. It's, I think, $15, and that's only because there's color photos in it, because I couldn't very well show you a before and after on how to turn a photo black and white and give you all black and white photos. It didn't really work. So you can grab that. And then I also wanted to make sure you knew that there is another shirt that you can buy. Well, I mean, if you've already purchased one, it's not a new one for you. But the Write 31 Days Facebook group voted on a Writer's Gonna Write shirt. So that was created on Teespring. And the sale ended yesterday, but there are a few who wanted to wait till today to order because, hey, it's payday, woo-woo. And so the sale will actually reopen if they get 10 more orders placed. So you couldn't decide, so you bought 2. Mwah, you are awesome. So it is cold here, and so I have a slouchy sweatshirt option, which I ordered. I have to buy my own shirt when I design it. So I ordered it and paid for that one. There's a long sleeve t-shirt, there's a t-shirt with a v-neck t-shirt, and a tank top. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world and what season it happens to be for you, we've got something for everyone. So you can purchase those, well, reserve your, what you'll do is reserve your shirt, and then once they get to 10, the sale will be open for about a week, and then once they ship, you'll get charged. So you can order it at teespring.com/write31days. So, it'll take forever to send to Amsterdam. Oh, it's so fun. Okay, so when you get your shirts, please make sure that you tag me on social media if you post a picture on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. I'm at Crystal Stine, and I would love to see those. It's going to make me so happy because, listen, just because October's over does not mean we're done blogging, right? Keep going. Take a rest, recharge, get inspired again, and keep going because what you are doing is awesome. And this is what you were created to do. It's your gift. If you feel called to write, just write. Get in there and do it. So, and you'll know because whenever you take a little break, you'll feel kind of the itch and be like, oh, I'm not on my computer. I need to write something. What's this next blog post going to be? That's when you know you've taken enough of a break and you can get back into it. So, just enjoy resting this next week. I've been so grateful to have met so many of you, have all these new friends and new writers that I can enjoy reading, and thank you for inspiring me. Thank you for hanging out, taking this challenge on with me. It has been so much fun. So, and thank you to Dayspring for all of their amazing prizes and presents that they offer throughout the challenge to keep us motivated. So, I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed it, and if you need anything else from me, if you have questions about blogging or writing or social media graphics, you can feel free, email anytime the Write31Days@gmail, and I will be happy to answer your questions, okay? So, thank you for letting me do what I love to do. Really, it has been such an awesome honor. So, I will talk to you guys very soon, and hopefully I will see you linking up your lessons learned